And today I'm going to show you how you're tricked and gullible. When we're done, I want you so confident in your comp plan, people won't trick you. And even if you don't understand it, you'll just walk away and say, no, no, I don't believe you. You're being marketed
Don't
to.
ask me why.
Don't ask me why. So we're going to do a little quizzy for you. So you'll need a piece of paper and a pen, and you don't need to keep it. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. They're all true and false. So easy. Question 1. 5 is always bigger than 2. Yes or no? Oh my gosh. If you're nervous on this one, you're so in trouble. Question number 2. ARIIX pays $2,000 per week. That's true in base commissions, excluding bonuses. True or false? A plan paying $10,000 a week per business center. So you have your little income position, right? And you can earn. There's a comp plan that says we pay $10,000 a week. And ARIIX, of course, is at $2,000. Their comp plan pays out 5 times more than ours. On our income position, we make $10,000. On ARIIX's, you make 2. We pay more. In fact, it's 5 times more. Clear? Question number 4. There's one plan type. There are 4 types of plans: unilevel, binary, matrix, or a multi-line. That's what you're going to see out there. There's nothing else. If anybody else says there is another kind of plan, they've been marketed to. There's only 4 structures: binaries, unilevel, matrix, and multi-line. True or false? One of those 4 pays more than the others. And by the way, if you just wonder, we're a multi-line. Someday I'll teach you what the different plan types are. We can go all day on them, but we're a multi-line. And there's a reason for it, but. Okay, question number 6. You don't earn any commissions on the power line, but only the power line. No commissions paid on our power line. True or false? Question number 7. There is a thing called points and dollars. Points and dollars are this: so that you have a universal exchange rate, you do it in points. So everything you buy, you pay so much in dollars, and then you get so many points attached to it that run through the commission tree. There's one comp plan that says we pay 80 points to go into the tree for commissions for every $100. ARIIX only pays, or any plan, only pays 70 points per $100. If the plan gives you 80 points per 100 and another one only gives you 70 points per 100, true or false? The one that does 80 pays more than the one that gives you 70. Ready? Number 8. The payout's the same if 2 companies claim they pay 50%. Payout's the same if they both pay 50%. Oh, we pay 50, you pay 50, it's all the same. Number 9. ARIIX, as you know, pays 15% on a pay line of the volume, correct? Up to 2,000. Another company comes out and says we pay 30%. That would mean ARIIX would pay less. Not trick questions, they're straightforward. And last one. Walking around waving a big check is a great thing in MLM. Okay, ready for your answers? Should we see how well you did? Okay. I want you to look down your answers, and everywhere you have a true, you missed it.
Oh yeah, one's wrong.
You only got 1 wrong? 2 wrong, 3 wrong, 2 wrong, 3 wrong, 4 wrong. Notice nobody stands up and says, I got all of them wrong, baby. Let's go through it. I'm going to show you how it's true. Is 5 always bigger than 2? No, I'm going to prove it right now. Now, you know what's funny to me? That is funny, but you believe it every day with comp plans. You believe it every day. I'm going to prove it to you. It's a unilevel. A unilevel lets you build as wide, I lost my pen. A unilevel lets you build as wide as you want. My kids leave everything around. I don't know where they got it from. So, unilevel. On a unilevel plan, you can build as wide as you want. So this is infinite. It pays so many levels deep. Sometimes it's 5 levels, sometimes it's 7 levels, sometimes it's 9 levels. Which is better, one that pays 5 or one that pays 9 levels? You're nervous now, aren't you? You'd say 9. Bigger's better. That's not true. Because guess why? That means you have to get all 9 levels in your organization deep before you earn all the commissions possible from the comp plan. If it was only 5 levels deep, you'd earn it when you only had 5 people. The best unilevel, 1 level deep. I only had to have 1 person under there, and I'm getting all the commissions, the same 40%, 35% that they're paying. But no, they believe that 5 is always bigger than 2. It's backward than you think. And in fact, in order to compare compensation plans, you have to have similar bases to compare to. If you don't, everything else is just a deceptive lie for marketing. And it is done all the time. All of the time, as you're going to learn from some of these answers. Okay, question number 2, right? ARIIX pays up to $2,000 a week in commissions. True or false? False. It pays $200,000 per pay line. Correct?
200.
Oh, did I say 200,000?
But thanks for the raise.
Well, if I said 200,000, I wish. Unfortunately, that wasn't a mistake. It does pay $200,000 per pay line. In fact, it also can pay $2 million per line, or $200 million, because it's infinitely wide and deep. It pays $200,000 per line segment, but you can re-enter under yourself and build again and again and again, and that volume counts all the way up to each one. So guess what? Even to say that it only pays $2,000 on an income, ARIIX pays $2,000 a week in base commissions, is totally wrong. There's nothing true about it. It just so happens that on each line segment, it limits to $2,000 in a week on the pay line. That's it. Please don't let anybody tell you only earns $2,000 on an income position. So on the next one plan that earns up to $10,000, I have a competitor, you know what they brag? Our income position pays up to $50,000 a week. And I went, oh, I'm so sorry. Right, the guy, that's $2.5 million. I said, yeah, I know. I can earn $2.5 million on 1 income position in a week because there's no limit to what ours pays. Yours is capped, and a cap is a horrible thing because a cap gives you diminishing effort. You work an hour and you get $100. You work a second hour, you should get $200, right? No, with a cap, you'd only get $50. And you work a third hour, you only get $25. And the fourth hour, you get $10. Cap is a horrible thing. It pays diminishing effort of return. We don't. So actually, this plan is horrible compared to ours. Horrible. But it sounds better, doesn't it? We pay $2,000 a line. They pay $10,000 for the income position. Yeah, not good. Question number 3. A guarantee of 50% up the field is good. No! It's a cap. And what's worse is it isn't even a guarantee of 50%. It's a guarantee up to. If I promised you, I got a deal for you. Before I leave, I'm going to give you up to $1 million. I promise.
I bet you will.
I guarantee I'm going to give them up to $1 million. I promise, up to $1 million. Is it a deal?
No.
If I give him a penny when we walk out of here, make sure you do get your dollar or I'll be a liar. But when I walk up and hand him a dollar, did I meet my obligation?
Yeah.
But what'd I do? I made it sound great, didn't I? But here's what it really says. I'm going to translate up to 50%. The most we'll ever pay you out is 50%. We will never pay more than that. But if it's below that, we'll pay you whatever you earn. So what they really say is we're going to cut you off at 50% if it goes above it. Why did they put it? Because somebody designed their plan so poorly, they don't know what the payout will be, so they chop off your commissions. You don't think it exists? I could give you 20 right now where people's commission checks are being cut every week because it exceeded the 50% cap. We don't have a cap. No cap on our comp plan. Next question. One type pays more than the other. This is the most commonly missed question because all of you wanted to say a multi-line, which is our comp plan. Guess what? Our comp plan is a function of rules that make it pay out 51%. But I could make our comp plan pay out 1%. Want me to?
No.
We pay up to 1 penny on your pay line volume instead of $2,000. Now I have a comp plan that's probably the worst in the industry. And it's still a multi-line. So if you ever hear anybody come up to you and say, ours pays more because it's a unilevel, walk away. Because you never want to argue with a fool because people won't know the difference. Plan type has nothing to do with what a compensation plan pays out. It has to do with how many cross lines it creates, how likely and stable your business is. That's the difference. And if you ask me that, oh, that's a completely different question. Multi-line by far is the most superior to create teamwork and fewer cross lines. Next question. Look at these plan types. If you notice, the unilevel, as I told you, builds infinitely wide but limited depth. A matrix is limited width, limited depth, and a binary is limited width, unlimited depth. Notice the multi-line is the only one that will allow you to build as wide as you want or as deep as you want. This competitive advantage is patent pending because it is the only one of its kind. In fact, I got a call from a company in Australia 2 days ago, and Rob gave me a call, a blast from the past, and he said, hey, I got an MLM company I'm consulting for. They saw your compensation plan, saw the filing. They're interested in renting, leasing a royalty to use your design of your comp plan. I was like, thank you. No. Next question. Number 6, ARIIX doesn't pay commissions on the power line. Who said that's true? You did, huh? It pays commission, just doesn't pay base commissions. You can earn matching bonus on that. You can earn team. All the other bonuses are completely viable. Team lead bonus, if you place 4 people on one line, you're still going to earn the team lead bonus. And by the way, base commissions for top leaders is one of the smallest forms of compensation they receive. Biggest form of compensation they receive, matching bonus. Second biggest, pay line or income position bonus or the pay line bonus. All of those are bigger than base commission pay. Crazy, right? So you guys are all excited about your little 15% on a pay line. Wait till you get big. Your commissions on your pay line bonuses and your income position bonuses and your matching bonus will exceed those so far. Why? Because we want to work you to death. I want you to work for $100 for the first hour. And after you've worked an hour and you're so tired you want to quit, I'll come to you and say, hey, if you'll do 1 more hour, I'll pay you $200 more for a total of $300. And you'll go, oh, I get twice the pay if I work 1 more hour? That's overtime. I'll do overtime. So you do overtime. And then right when you're ready to die after 2 hours work, I'll say, wait, before you quit. If you'll do 1 more hour, I'll pay you everything you've earned to this date. You'll work 1 more hour. And then you'll be so tired to say, I quit, 3 hours, I can't do this anymore. Wait, there's more. If you'll do 1 more hour, I'll pay you everything you earned on the first 3 hours combined. And I do that forever. I'm going to put you in your grave if you want to make a lot of money. And then you'll say, Fred, you're killing me. Points and dollars. This is very important. In the field, companies want to compete. So everybody wants to say they pay out their highest portion to their reps. I was in Zango, and I was in a Zango meeting with one of their top leaders in all of Russia. Do you know he had been there? I don't know how many years he'd been with Zango. He's making a lot of money with Zango. And we stood there and had an argument one night because I told him, I know, but Zango kind of is deceptive because they claim they're paying out 50%, don't they? And he goes, yeah, just like you guys. No, we pay out 50% of sales dollars, not 50% of points. And he said, so do we. I said, no, you don't. You pay 50% of commissionable volume, which is a synonym for sugar, which is a synonym for points. It's not true. It is true. It's not true. Okay, it's not true. But if you ever find out it is true, will you admit that your company is deceiving you and then come to ARIIX? Absolutely. Okay. He's talking to us about coming to ARIIX. His company gave what he didn't understand the difference between sales dollars and points. And many companies, virtually all companies, base how much they pay out on points. Now I got a question. If you sell $100, if you buy products for $100, but I only give you 80 points for it, and I pay 50% in commissions, I would pay 40 points out of 100. Do we agree? We agree, right? But 40% of sales sounds terrible because Freddie Cooper's bragging he pays 50% of sales. I got to sound better. So I'm going to switch it and say I pay 50% of commissionable volume. You don't read the fine print, right? Lord, give it the fine print, take it away. I'm telling you. You don't read it. They are trying to sound like they pay the same, but they don't. Everyone bases it on points. And then we had one company, right, that did such a good job, they didn't even help their leaders understand that there was a difference. ARIIX pays 50% of sales dollars. Our PV ratio doesn't matter. What if I gave you a PV ratio of 10%? So this was 10 points. What's my payout?
50%.
50%! The reason I want to adjust the PV ratio is so I can make the price competitive in the marketplace. If I don't make the price competitive in the marketplace, you're going to be trying to sell a piece of gum for $200. Good luck with that. You can't sell mangosteen for $40 a bottle when you can get it at Costco for $5. It's not going to sell, no matter how much I pay you. I'll make you all a billionaire. Everybody want to be a billionaire? Everybody in here right now, I'm making you a billionaire. All you got to do is sell this one pen. Sell this one pin right there for $1,100,000. And I'll pay you $1 billion of it. My comp plan payout is going to be 99.99999%. And guess what? You're rich. There's just one problem. It's hard to find that many suckers that'll pay $1.1 billion for this pen. It's impossible. But that's what companies try to do. Which leads you to the next question then. So, two plans that each claiming 50% pay out the same? No, they don't. One is 50% of points, another one is 50% of dollars. And even more so, who gets the 50%? Did they give it all to one or one to all? What was the combination? If you're in Organo Gold, do you know you can make a lot more money if you're at the top of Organo Gold than you can in ARIIX? Absolutely. If you're one of the top 5, you had to get a side deal in the beginning on a complete override, but they're paying commissions higher than us. Oh, they just didn't give you the fine print, did they? Losers. You're marketed to. Next. ARIIX pays 15% on a pay line. Somebody else pays out 30%. Do they pay out twice as much? No. The answer is you don't know. I'm going to give you a little tricky one. When Mona V came out, it was the newest, latest, greatest comp plan. They were great because they had a one-up on a binary. It allowed you to re-enter above yourself. So one leg was already built in their binary. Everybody loved it at first, thought it was the greatest idea since sliced bread because it helped the top leader. The bad side is since you entered above you, you don't help any of your team. And the volume's all flush going up. So it helped lower the payout to the company. But they spun it as, it's the greatest comp plan on the planet. We do the best. No one else. Everyone else, you have to build 2 legs when you go back under. But for me, you've already got one built. So people flocked to it. Well, another company saw this, wanting to optimize profits, and said, I'm going to copy Mona V's comp plan. Mona V pays 10% on the weak leg. You know what they said? We pay 20. We pay 20%. Monavie pays 10. And they were so unabashed, they copied everything else exactly. Now, did it pay out twice as much? Every other feature in the plan was exactly the same. Do they pay out twice as much? No. Would you like to know why? They had one little clause in it that said this: we guarantee up to 50% payout. So Monavie gave them a haircut of this much, and the competitor gave them a haircut of that much. And both plans paid the same. It's kind of despicable when you get done, isn't it? See, I wish you knew what I knew. That's why you would do what Mark Wilson does. He tells anybody, any CEO, anyone on the planet with an IT, anyone on the planet wants to debate compensation plans to demonstrate that theirs is better, let's put it live. Let's tape it. And you would have the same confidence in your compensation plan that I do, just like she has when it comes to product. Don't you wish you could just hold her hand and take her around, and when you were about to look at somebody's product, she'll say, rip it up, doc. She can say, don't eat that, don't take this, don't do this. We have the best. That's what I wish I could do on the comp plan. You don't appreciate how great your compensation plan is. Because in order for the rich to get rich, they have to make a lot of you rich along the way. And it's a win-win. And then everybody wins. And last, so is showing checks a big check, a big deal? Imagine that I have this much MOA to serve to you. This one bottle has to last all of us because I want to give us all a taste, okay? So you all have a little tiny cup, and I'm going to go around and pour it all. And everybody's got to take some. What are you going to naturally do when you get your serving? Just take a little, right? Because you're just here to taste it. What if we did this and then I just started to pour, and I took it and poured and poured and poured until I had the glass this big and there was about this much left. And then I walked around and said, look how much I got. Look how much I got. I got a lot of it. Wouldn't all of you kind of go, you know, that kind of sucks. Because you're not leaving much left for the rest of us, you little pig. That's MLM in compensation plan. We pay out 25% more on average than all of our competitors. And if we pay out more and you see people waving checks that are humongous, it means they took almost all of it. So the hope is you can be one of the top 3 or 4 lucky ones to make $1 bazillion. In ARIIX, our compensation plan is fairly easy, relatively speaking, to make $120,000 a year. You need 2 people that are passionate about the business. That's it. You're going to have to talk to a lot of people to find 2 because the negative stigma in America is so bad, it's difficult. But if you can get them to believe that the products are actually genuine and we're not like everyone else, it's 2 people. What if it costs you 2 years of your life to find 2? If you can get through the nose and you found 2, I'm not sure. How many of you right now could live on $120,000 a year with no other source of income and not have to work? You don't have that much in savings, unless you got 2-point-something million. And if you want to take LIBOR rate of 0.36 right now of 1%, I don't know what you need, 25 million in the bank? Good luck. And we're not even saying quit your day job. Just go be willing to put up with no's. And eventually you find it, you'll make very good at 120, which is 2 lines. Then if you decide you like that kind of money and you want to do it again, build 1 more line. So half the work. And we won't pay you 120, 120 more, we'll pay you about 160 more. We keep tempting you to work harder because you're getting better at it. That's how our compensation plan works. And that's why I am so excited when I offer it to you, because I know you can't be beat. There's no other compensation plan that pays as well, as fairly, and as uniformly as our compensation plan. And finally, if you know nothing about compensation plans and you know nothing about this business, don't do anything. Just have people buy the products from you and endorse because you endorse them. And the compensation plan will pay you automatically with auto balancing. It's a pretty good feature for our comp plan. That's part of the reason ARIIX is growing so fast. We are attracting huge business builders who know these little details, who have read the fine print, who have joined another network marketing company and seen the flaws and come back and go, oh my gosh, I had no idea how many loopholes they put in to try to keep me from getting paid. ARIIX is the only company I have found that removed the loopholes and tried to make it because I made more money. Unless you think it's because I'm generous and a kind, wonderful man, no. Well, yes, but no. We did it because we have the statistics that show that if we can get you earning as much as you're consuming in product and a little more, you never leave the products and your life changes. And that's how we get customers and retain them. If you want to be a millionaire, you got to make a lot of millionaires around you, and you will find you will attract what it is you give to others. And that's what we're trying to do at ARIIX. So if nothing else today, I hope you get a little more confidence of our compensation plan. You don't need to know the details. Just walk in with the confidence knowing you do have the best one in the industry.